So the wardrobe you are looking at is one I've had since I was a child. And fun fact about me, I was really into Narnia when I was younger. So that included watching the TV series, the Disney films that came a bit later, and obviously reading the books. And Loki, as a child, I used to wonder whether I would actually eventually find Narnia at the back of my wardrobe. So I thought today we could, just for old time's sake, just make sure there's definitely nothing in there because you never know. But just in case we're disappointed, I have hidden various Narnia-related objects that we are going to have a little look at, and I'll just share you some fun facts about these different objects and what they meant to me as a child. Anyway, so before we go, I have got my essential reading with me. The original Lion, Witch and Wardrobe book where they first venture into Narnia, and the prequel that was written a bit later, which explains all of the lore regarding how the wardrobe kind of came into existence. So if you've never read that one, I do recommend it. It's rather interesting. You can tell that these copies are quite well loved from some of the little tears and how old these are. Okay, so now it's time for us to have a little look and look inside the wardrobe. Okay, so clearly we can see the back of the wardrobe, which I'm very disappointed that we haven't found the doorway to Narnia this time, but we can always do a bit of tapping while we just to make sure there's nothing here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to have a look and see what's inside of these drawers, because I put something special in each one of these drawers for us to have a look at. Oh wow, this really takes me back. So this is the 1980s serial of Narnia. They adapted the Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, Prince Caspian, the Dawn Treader and the Silver Chair. And this is basically the version that I grew up with personally, watching when I was very young. And the Dawn Treader was always my favourite. So this is, obviously this is on DVD, but it's a really nice box set. It's got a really nice design. So let's have a look. is inside. Here we've got the 4 Bermondsey children in the wardrobe, and it's listed out all of the different chapters of the different TV episodes. And inside, they've got these lovely pictures on all of the discs. You've got a disc for each of the different books. So we've got the season, which has the Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, and you've got a lovely picture of the White Witch here. And on this one we've got Prince Caspian. They put the Dawn Treader onto the Prince Caspian disc as well, of course. And in the last bit you can see they've got the silver chair and the bonus features. And I used to find the bonus disc really interesting because they actually used a really big kind of costume slash puppet slash animatronic for Aslan, and obviously it looks a bit dated now, but I thought it was really very impressive how they did all of the effects really practically for this series. I always thought that was really cool. Obviously, if you haven't ever seen this version of Narnia, you might be surprised by how kind of cheesy it is and kind of how bad the visual effects look nowadays, but at the same time it does stay very true to the original books, more so than say the new Disney versions. But obviously you kind of have to get over the fact that it is a bit outdated now, but I think personally it's very charming still, and it has a really special place in my heart because this was the version that I used to watch just all the time when I was little. I absolutely loved it, and the theme music for it as well is so nostalgic. I absolutely love it. So let's put this one back in its sleeve, shall we? Okay, let's put this one back. So obviously we can't do a Narnia video without talking about the next thing. So in here we've got of course, the Disney versions. So we've got the Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe here, and we have Prince Caspian, and also the Dawn Treader, which has actually a very nice box. It's kind of got this really beautiful gold colour, which is very nice. I do actually really like the design for this box. So this came out when I was about 5 years old, and I actually wasn't allowed to go watch it in the cinema, which I remember at the time being a bit upset about. But I was 5 years old, and my mum thought that even though I knew the BBC series very well, she thought that the special effects in this version might be a bit too realistic for me and a little bit too scary, which is kind of understandable. So I didn't watch this one until it actually came out on DVD, and that these DVDs are the ones that I always I'd rather see something in HD, so I tend to watch these on Disney Plus now. But I've held on to these DVDs just because they do hold a very special place in my heart. I really, really loved this movie so much, and I did like Prince Caspian as well. And this came out, I suppose, when I was a bit older, let's say. So this came out in 2011, so at that point I was kind of almost a teenager, so it didn't have quite the same impression, but this one I must have been watching when I was sort of 7, 8. So it holds a very special place in my heart. So let's have a little look and see what's in the next drawer. So got quite a few little bits in here. My parents knew that I was really, really into Narnia, and the newspapers in the UK gave out all of these freebies when the movies got released, and I think these audio CDs came out in different newspapers and my family kept them for me, and I would listen to these so often. And there's also these books which I think, I can't remember 100%, they may have came with cereal boxes or newspapers, I can't remember exactly, but it's incredible the stuff they used to put into cereal boxes, let me tell you, when I was younger. So we've got a kind of reading of Prince Caspian by Tom Baker here, and here we've got the 3-part dramatised version of Prince Caspian, where they have different actors playing all of the voices. And we've also got these little books which have all these nice pictures from the movie inside them. And they're just like adaptations of the film, but from 4 different perspectives. So you've got the story being told from Edmund's perspective and Lucy's and Peter and Susan, which I think is a really clever idea. So let's have a little look and see what's in this drawer here. So this one is a really beautifully illustrated telling of The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, and it's kind of just shortened down so that you can read the whole story just before you go to bed, which is really nice if you just want to look at nice pictures and have a kind of summarised version of the story. I just think it's really, really pretty. I think one of the nicest pictures in this book is when, I mean that one's very nice, but I love this picture of them all getting crowned at the end at Cape Paravel. game is, but just in case you don't, Top Trumps is like a game where every character has kind of like different abilities and things, and you're playing with another person to try and see if your character's ability is better than the other character that the other person puts in front of you. Like whether they are stronger or have an advantage in some way, and then you're trying to basically put all of your cards down. It's actually been a little while since I played it personally, but I remember it being really fun, and I honestly absolutely love this set. It made me so happy finding this again. I mean, first of all, just look at how they made the plastic look as though there's like snow inside it. Look how much kind of thought they put into the design. It's really pretty, I love it. Let's get these cards out. I also love the kind of gold, the shiny gold design that they put on the front. That's really lovely. So as you can see, every card corresponds to a different character. Some of them are more well known than others. So obviously you've got like Aslan, so he would be a really good card. He's got a very high score for courage. He has a 100 courage. But the thing is, he has 0 for cruelty, so actually I believe the White Witch character would actually win over Aslan if you were to read out cruelty, because Aslan has 0. Honestly, it makes me so nostalgic looking at these cards again. I remember being so excited when I got given these. I got these as a Christmas present. I love how even the wardrobe has a card. Let's see if I can flick through these. I love the sound of cards being shuffled. I'll be honest, I can't really shuffle cards properly, but right, and I made a big old mess of these. I'll have to try to find the front card again so I can put them back in nicely. So this is the front ones. Okay, so this final drawer down here. Is quite tingly. It is a pack of colouring pencils. So they did have a different packaging originally. These are Prince Caspian themed. I don't know what happened to the original box they came in, but the pencils, I don't know if you can see, all have Aslan on them. actually been allowed to see the Disney movie yet, which is why in this picture I've coloured in everyone's hair based on how their hair colours are in the BBC version. So I've given Edmund red hair because the actor who plays him in the BBC version has red hair, and the same with Peter, he has dark hair rather than blonde hair in the Disney version. So I've done all the colours kind of wrong, but I loved Narnia so much it didn't really matter to me because I already knew the story, so it didn't matter if I hadn't seen the new movie because it's obviously still very similar to the series in a lot of ways. You can see my incredible art abilities. I was not particularly gifted. My dad is actually a lot better at art than I am. I did not inherit his abilities. Okay, so I have saved the very best till last. I have one more thing to show you guys. And here it is. So it is pretty similar to the activity book I just showed you, but this one's obviously a hardcover. And I thought this one was the best because I just really love the way that the pages sound when you turn them in this book. It's just got the exact right kind of paper that they've used. I really love this map. I was really obsessed with like maps for a fantasy world when I was little. I used to always try to draw my own and like create my own little fantasy worlds. But I love how with this you can like see everywhere that they travel. So they start at the wardrobe and then they go to the lamppost, and you've got Mr. Tumnus's house here, and then they go to the beaver dam, and then after that they end up going to the frozen lake. Obviously Edmund goes up to the witch's castle, but the rest of them cross the frozen lake and they eventually end up at Aslan's camp. Of course, Susan and Lucy follow Aslan to the stone table, and then you've got the final battle that takes place at the battlefield, and then the whole story ends with them all being crowned at Cair Paravel over here, and then they all make their way back again at the end of the wardrobe, where they end up finding themselves back at home, and no time has passed whatsoever. I just love the paper in this book. It makes such a good sound. You've got lots of lovely pictures from the movie in here. Some not so great colour choices used by me. For some reason, I guess I just didn't have very good colours because I've just completely got everyone's skin tones completely wrong in all of the colouring sections. I mean, okay, Edmund doesn't look too bad here, I suppose. original books in here. I think they all look so stunning when they get crowned. I think the crowns are so nice, and they've given every character such like unique coronation like outfits that really suit every character. So Susan has these really lovely flowers, yellow flowers in her crown, and she's got these beautiful white flowers, and then Edmund's got this silver crown, and Peter has a gold one. I thought just before you leave, we should definitely try something. Obviously, in the film, when Lucy goes into the wardrobe, she finds Narnia because she kind of goes all the way in and she like nearly shuts the door on herself. And obviously, we haven't tried that yet, so perhaps before I give up all hope in my dreams of finding Narnia, we should just actually get inside the wardrobe just to be sure that there's absolutely nothing here. Does that sound good? Okay. Okay, so we're just gonna quickly test my hypothesis just to make sure. Right, so we're gonna actually close the door on ourselves and go all the way in. Here we go. And there's the other. You know what, all of a sudden there seems to be a bit of a breeze in here. Actually, the back is going like further than I was expected. I can't actually feel it anymore. Hang on a minute. Let me just see if I can go a bit further. Oh my goodness, you guys.